Forget it. I said forget it. I said forget it. Forget it. Hey, I'm Ray of Sunshine.
I'm Ray of Sunshine.
I'm here to talk about forget it. And I've talked about it in lots of my before videos.
I couldn't wait for the props. Ray of Sunshine.
So glad that you're sticking your head in here today.
This video series has been an experiment for me. So I'm on my porch. And
so glad that you're sticking your head in here today. I'm enjoying spending a little time with you. Glad that you're here with me today. It's our time to shine. Hi, I'm Ray of Sunshining. If ever. I'm so excited there was a time to shine that you're here with me today. It's now. It's now. Forget it. The past. The past is in the past and it has served its purpose. It's our time to shine. If ever there was a time to shine, it's now.
Let's get going.
It's now.
Insight.
It has served its purpose.
Doing something different to discover something different. The way I ended up doing this YouTube channel is look at me now. More importantly, look at me then. Go check me out in one of those earlier videos. Watch the progression where you come in to give somebody else the chance to discover something different. And so that's where the story of the penny comes in.
So regardless of whether it was wonderful or whether it was wicked, it's done, it's over. It's in the past. Forget it.
You've probably heard the story about the penny before.
Time to move on. I don't know. Maybe I still seem uptight. But if you think I'm uptight now, you should have seen. In fact, you should go see. I'm going to put videos in the boxes on the side of my head at the end of this video. One of them is going to be the one that I did just before that also talks about. You're going to know instantly once you go back there. At least one of them is going to be one of my older ones, you know, which I really want you to go see. Exactly what I'm talking about. If you go, it'll be like maybe back in the ABC program and set up on the ABC system, as you may know. Time to vibe up. And I repeat that. I tell that whole story about the progression in lots of my previous videos. So, you know, we use all the experiences of the past because that's what we came here for, to experience. And all of those experiences have contributed to the uniqueness of you.
This penny that somehow ends up in a bank and then becomes 2 pennies with compound interest. It becomes 4 and 8 and 16 and on and on and on until it becomes millions and millions.
You know, I should tell you about my outfit. It's a similar outfit to one that I've used in other presentations. And you may have noticed, if you've been with me for a little while, that I have different formulas, different styles, different formats, different ways of presenting things in all of my different sections based on the ABC. So all my different sections show a transition.
Well, that's the same way I envision this system working here. So, and that's where you come in. You share this video with some character or some characters, and they do the same thing. It'll work like that compound interest on that penny. Get it?
So we've transitioned from the L, M, N, and now we're in the O's. We're well into the middle of the O's. And so, you know, the fashion shows, which started over in the N's back there and became pretty steady and pretty intense during all of the N section, is now fading out. So, you know, as disappointed as I am, because I was kind of looking forward to it also, the fashion show routine, but I don't think there's going to be a fashion show. I was kind of looking forward to it also.
You'll see a transformation in me and in you. Help me out with this. Send this video to some characters, and let's make happy happen.
The past has made its contribution to the present. There's a need. Sometimes there's a need to revisit the past so we can benefit from learning the lesson. And that's what that was there for us. I show in my whole presentation, learning, loving, living, so that maybe I show you that process, I show you my process. You might have a more vivid look at your process. As wonderful as the past may have been, as much as we might say, oh, I wish things were like they used to be, blossoming. This is a time of deliberate creating. This is a time of taking each other by the hand
and creating the world of our dreams by deliberately focusing on what makes us happy, what fulfills us, what's rewarding, what contributes toward creating the uniqueness of you. That's what I talk about on every single one of my Ray of Sunshine presentations. It's a whole array of rays of sunshine. And they're there to show you that process. The fun is in the process.
Hey, you know why it's important for me to be an elevator? Because the best thing you can do right now to benefit this entire collective on this entire planet is to elevate. Get it?
Forget it. And create you.
Here's our chance to unite. Here's our chance to come together, to create the world of our dreams, to deliberately create the world as we would choose to design it. Here's our chance. It's playtime. Create you.
Playtime. You know, I repeat a lot of things over and over again in lots of my before videos. And the only thing I need to say about that, seriously, is forget it. Forget. It's time to start with a new slate. Forget the past. It's time to blossom.
So this is the green light I've been waiting for. And I'm going to tell you about that in just another moment. First of all, I'm going to tell you about this fortune cookie that I came across yesterday. I had Chinese takeout food. And if you've been on my program before, you know that I had this thing full of fortune cookies. And they weren't the kind of fortune cookies that came in from a Chinese restaurant or a Chinese place. These were slips that I made out with all different topics. So it was one of the formats that I used at one time to have different topics to introduce, to talk about on this program. And so this is one that I came across yesterday, and I'm going to put on. I wore these, by the way. You can see that they kind of match the whole decor here, the outfit. And I don't really need them to read, but some people think I look interesting with glasses. Attend to business. Leave that street side flower alone. So, usual routine, I get a fortune cookie and I'm looking at it and I say, the hell does that mean? I don't know what are they talking about? Stick it in my wallet at home, leave it on the counter. And so now, before I was loading up all my paraphernalia to come in here to do this presentation, I'm thinking, I better grab the fortune slip, and I better figure out what it means. Well, what it means to me, anyway, is that now is not the time to be stopping to smell the roses, so to speak. Now is not the time to be dazzled by a street side flower.
So I repeat the same things over and over again in every one of my previous videos, which is especially why I highly advise that you forget it. You don't have to clog up your mind with any of that because I repeat it in every single one of my videos.
Now is the time to devote to the flowers that need your attention. Now is the time to devote to you and the other sunflowers. As I was gazing at myself in the bathroom mirror this morning, every once in a while I would take the initiative to do a little something, comb my hair, put a little cream on, and that's about the extent of it. The basics, that's what I need to face the day. So anyway, as that happened, and I went to put the brush back, a box fell out of the cabinet into the sink. And it was a box of one of those kind of medications that has pills on a car. These plastic tops, and you got to try to get the pill out. And they've always been, I hated those things for years and years and years. You end up having to go get scissors and clip all around, and it's flying, and there's all kinds of problems with it. Who has 20 minutes to take a pill out of a container?
And I'm going to keep repeating it until it sinks in. So forget it. Oh, the only thing that I don't think you should forget, because it's not really part of the past. It's part of creating our future.
Who are all here on this planet right now, at this very second, to blossom. That's what we're here for, to blossom. And so that's what this program is all about.
Your future, happiness, fulfillment. And it's all about all coming together on the same page. All. I've talked about all in many of my previous videos, so all is all.
But this new brand that I got has a way that they just pop right out. I don't know who came up with it. I realized, you know, that's a metaphor for how we are as human beings. We figure things out. We find a better way. And so that is what I'm here to show you in my video presentation. Finding a better way. Finding a better you. Every single one, the whole array of all the rays of sunshine in all the previous videos are all the best versions of ray of sunshine. They're all very different. And I'll tell you right now, if you're going to go back there, don't forget to share this video so that we can all come together on the same page, create the world of our dreams. So all pretty much says it all. I mean, what is there not to understand about it? What is there to not understand about that? All. So in one of those previous videos, I talk about coming up with a way to describe it, to create in other words, to have a better understanding of it. But it's not possible because that already says it all. All is all. So my plan here is to get us all on the same page. And you know, that might seem like a little bit of an unbelievable concept, but listen, here's a start. The uniqueness of you. It's playtime. Just about everybody, probably everybody you can think of, whether you know them or not on this planet, has some sort of device. A device that they can watch or listen to a program such as this one. And guess how they might catch wind of such a program as this? You could share it. Share it with all the people you know. You're going to have to go with an open mind because you're going to have to think way outside the box. That's what it's going to take for you to find your miracle message. That's what it's going to take for you to discover how you deal with discovering different. Because difference here. Difference happening. I repeat a lot of the same things in a lot of the previous videos, and the reason for that, I'm not going to repeat all of those, don't worry, but I'm going to repeat some of them because I'm going to keep repeating them until they sink in. I'm human. I know what it's like. You're human. It's playtime. Right? Create the uniqueness. You're not human? You don't belong here. Well, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Of you.